it's me RJ, and today we are going to be doing a get ready with me / first impression on some new products. I did a lot of shopping in the month of August, and today we're going to slap it all on my face and see how it comes out. So if you like this look, keep watching and see how I got it. Thanks so much. So to start with, I picked up this Argan oil from CVS Pharmacy, I think, and it's by Physicians Formula, and it's supposed to be used as a primer. It's got some shimmer in it. You can use it, I think, even for like your nails. It had a bunch of different uses, but I'm just going to use it for a primer today. And I did try this one time before, and it's goes a long way. So I'm going to put a couple drops on my Artis fake brush. This is the sweet brush that came in the Beauty Box 5 a couple months ago. And I'm just going to put this all over my face. And I have combination skin, and I didn't feel like it made me feel any more oily when I used it. So I don't think that necessarily has to be a factor. But I'm sure if you have dry skin, this will be excellent. So I was at Ulta. They had a event, and I picked up the new Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. And I am in the shade Fawn. And we're going to use it today if the pump will let any product come out. And I do like that it has a pump. A few foundations I've had in the past were just the bottle, and I find that the pump keeps you from wasting product. I don't know if this dries fast or not, but I'm just going to tap it on my face and then go ahead and smooth it in. And this is, I believe, a medium coverage. It doesn't say, but I believe it was medium to full, and it was buildable. So next, I'm going to try out a new concealer. So I've got the new Kat Von D Lock-It. It's M25, which is warm, and it's supposed to be a really good formula. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's got the traditional doe foot applicator, and this looks like a good shade, so we'll try it out and see how it goes. I like more of a brightener underneath my eyes. I mean, obviously I want to conceal dark spots, but I like it to be a little lighter. And the M29 was actually a perfect match if I was just going to use it for just a concealer. I actually probably should have kept it because it would have been good for like spots. Alright, and then this is just a AQA Studio from the Shop Miss A line. I like this one because of the pointed tip when I go in for my concealer. Oh yeah, I like this one. And I've seen mixed reviews on this. Some people thought that it creased too much under the eye, so we'll see. But it goes on and blends beautifully. Like to get it right underneath my eye, and I find that like a foundation, this is a clean color brush, works really good. Yeah. Alright, so the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Contour Stick. I actually picked this up at the makeup show, but I've only used it a couple times. It's one of those steps I kind of forget to do because I don't do it very often, so I think I've used this. So I lied, these aren't all first impression. I've used this a couple times too, now that I think about it. I think at least once. And I'm going to use the Morphe E7 brush just to go in and blend that out. It's really creamy. I don't like the way it applies. Now I will say, while I'm doing all this, I am not an expert on beauty application. So if you're sitting at home cringing because you're watching how I'm doing something with some brush and you're like, no, I'm learning. I feel like I'll get better as time goes on, but I kind of like documenting as I go so I can look back in like a year or 6 months and be like, oh, look how I used to do that, but look how great it is now. I think a lot of times, a lot of the people that we watch on YouTube are kind of already experts. And so when we watch them, a lot of times we can feel very overwhelmed because of how well that they do everything. That's not the case with me, guys. So I'm still learning, and I think it's a good journey to kind of see that we don't all just wake up, you know, doing our crease like a pro. It takes a while, and that's where I am. So if you guys have tips or techniques or a brush that you think I should try, definitely let me know, because I am open to learning and growing all the time. Let's do our brows. Another thing that I am just now learning how to do is my brows. And I know that it's tricky because I watch a lot of people and they're always like, I'm gonna do my brows off camera. So I know it takes some time. Right now I'm just using the Precise My Brow Pencil from Benefit, and I'm basically just using it to kind of fill in some of the lighter spots. Just because I find if you kind of define this area right here a little darker, it really smooths it out. So like, as you can see already, I've done just this side, and it makes a huge difference. Where before I kind of was like, oh, I don't need to do anything with my brows, and I would just wear them like this, which isn't bad, but it's definitely a huge difference when you go in and just add a little bit of the fill. And I don't do a lot. This is number 5, I believe. So it's not the darkest color. I think they go up to 6. Little spoolie at the end, so you can kind of use it to brush through. So if you get a little heavy, which sometimes I will, I'll push a little too hard and it'll get really dark right here. You can just kind of use this to break it up a little bit, which I really like. So that's probably as good as the eyebrows are gonna get for right now. I'm still learning, So next, let's try some blush. So I have 2 different options. I just got this in from Colourpop. It's Cruel Intentions in the Super Shock Cheek in a matte. And then I also picked up the Becca. This is Songbird in their mineral blush. So we have these 2 colors. What am I feeling today? Let's do the Colourpop. It's a little brighter. It's still summertime. Real Techniques buffing brush. I think this is a cream. Let's see. Yeah, it is kind of creamy. I think you're supposed to use your fingers with these, but I don't actually like to apply makeup with my fingers. So we'll try some of this. Oh yeah, that's a really pretty shade. I love Colourpop. I think this was $6 or $8. The highlight that I'm using today is with them as well. The only thing I hate is that you have to order it online. I do sometimes get colors that I'm like, oh, that wasn't the color I thought it was, but then I just pass it on to my daughter or someone else, and then we're good to go. Alright, so we've got that. Let's do some highlights, so we'll do that in the Colourpop as well. This is Smoke and Whistles, and I believe someone told me that this is a dupe for the for the Becca no, not the Champagne Pop, but the other one, Persepo Pop, or I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but the other one, that it's a dupe for that one. So, and these are pigmented, like a little goes a long way. Although I love highlighter, I would bathe in it if I could. I was actually asking someone the other day if, like, are we supposed to slow down on the highlight when summer ends? Because, you know, it really got pushed during the summertime. And I'm like, because I need to glisten and glow all year long. Can you all see that? Can you see it? Because it's awesome. Alright. Okay, so for my eyes, I'm going to use the new to me UrbanDecay Gwen Stefani palette. I picked this up when it went on sale, so I think it was like $25. And then this is a Coastal Scents brush. I got this from like an Itsy bag a few months ago, but I really like the shape of this brush. So let's go in with this color, which is Anaheim, and I'll use that for my base. Now, unlike a lot of people that do makeup tutorials and eyeshadow tutorials, I have very hooded eyes, as you can see how it kind of comes over right here. So that kind of changes the way I do my eyeshadow application as compared to people that don't have hooded eyes. So you probably will see something slightly different than what you see mostly, because not very many people seems to be have hooded eyes that do tutorials. So, but I'm just gonna go in on my crease and blend that right in. I find that my crease gets kind of hidden, but I still like to have that little pop of color because you can kind of, I usually blend it in up in this area right here. And so I like to make sure that I'm using that. I did not have a plan of action, so we're just going to figure this out. I think I'm going to use this punk color right here. It's kind of a burgundy shade, or it is a burgundy shade. And ooh, that seems like it's gonna be super dark. So I'm gonna take it right over here on the edge. And because, like I said, I have the hooded eyes, instead of doing just down here, I'm gonna bring it up into the top of my lid, kind of right below my brow bone area. I keep saying I'm gonna do the tape trick, where I put a little bit of tape on the side and then peel it off and see how that works, but I haven't done it yet, so we'll see. Maybe next time. And just repeating the same thing on the other side. Woo, I did not tap it this time. Look how dark that is. So there is a lot of payoff. Okay, so I'm gonna use the shade Baby for my inner eye. And I'm using the crown brush. And I'm just gonna tap in there, tap it off. And I'm gonna bring it from the inner to right where we left off. So sometimes I'll do a color in between, but today I'm just gonna do just these two. So I'll bring it right up to the edge. And then the same on the other eye. And again, some people like to apply these with their fingers, but I don't like to apply makeup with my finger. I'm weird. I don't mind swatching with my finger, but I don't like applying it onto my face. Yeah, so that's really bright. And I'm just going to take a little bit into my inner corner right there. Okay, so now let's blend this bad baby out. Just a basic Wet n Wild brush. I'm going to use this to blend. And I'm just softening this up. We don't want any harsh lines. I'm gonna do Pop, which is this shade right here in my brow bone. And I'm using, this is just an e.l.f. brush. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that punk just on the tip, and I'm gonna go right underneath. Back and pick up a little bit more of the Baby and take that on the other side underneath. Use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is just the travel size one that's $23. Pick it up at Sephora, it's always near the register. And I'm just gonna dust my whole face. going to do mascara. Perversion, yes, Perversion mascara came in the Sephora Play box or bag this month, so we're gonna try that one out. It's got a nice little wand. I like these kind of bristles. Hopefully you guys can see them. And I'm gonna try not to poke my eye out and put some mascara on. Like, mascara is the makeup that gives you the best payoff, but it's like the hardest to apply because, you know, there's always a chance you can go blind if your hand shakes. So. So mascara is done, and let's do some eyeliner. I've got this Beauty For Real, came in, I don't know which box, I believe it's Ipsy, but I'm not sure. And it's just a black eyeliner. I'm just gonna go in my waterline, and I'm gonna do it about mid-eye, so just from here to the center, and then take it up a little bit. And then the same over on the other side. So we'll give this one a try and see how it works. And let's do some lips. So I picked up this little baby, $28 from Sephora. It is 6 lips, and I think you get 2 full-size products. I'm feeling Kat Von D-ish, so let's do that one. This is in the shade Lovecraft. This is obviously a mini. Okay, so this is more of a pink. I thought it was going to be more of a mauve color. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. So let's take that off. Okay, so now that that's off, let's try Smashbox. So this is Smashbox in the shade Stepping Out. And this is a liquid lip. It's got a really big doe foot applicator, if you guys can see that. Let's try this one. I like that one better. All right, so that was the Smashbox liquid lip, and that's also in the Sephora box. And we're gonna finish up with the new, well, it's not new, but it's new for me, UrbanDecay All Nighter Setting Spray. I think this is the travel size. It was $14, and I think there's a bigger one that's $20. But we'll try this one out. So let that dry. All right, guys, and here's our finished look. I'm back for a final check-in, or only check-in. It is currently 8:45 here, and I don't think I said it in the beginning, but I did do the application around 2 o'clock today. So I haven't had this makeup on a super long time, and I really didn't do anything today. Took the dogs out a couple times, did some housework around the house, but other than that, it was mostly just me sitting in front of the computer. But overall, I am super pleased with how everything, or most everything, held up. I was a little worried at first with the primer because it is an oil, of how it might break down the foundation and peek through, but I didn't see any of that. The foundation itself has been holding up great, still smooth, looks good on my skin. Highlight and blush are still intact, eyeshadow is good. Of course, the 2 things that I did have a problem with were the eyeliner and the mascara. The eyeliner was pretty much non-existent. After probably about an hour and a half, I started to see a little bit of it creeping down below my eye, but where I became super disappointed was with the mascara. Earlier this evening, I got a little choked up and was coughing, and my eyes started watering kind of heavily, and I turned into panda eyes immediately. I mean, it was just streaming down my face, so I had to go in and clean it up. And you know, it makes me think, you know, if you're outside and you get caught in a little bit of rain, it's gonna be a hot mess. So I think that the the mascara is going to be a pass for me. Now the Smashbox liquid lipstick I was super pleased with. I think I reapplied twice today, once when I was eating and then once right when I came in here to record this final thought. Overall, my lips feel really good. It has a good feel. I think it dried down pretty well, but overall, I really like it. I like the shade, and I'm happy with the overall look. In the end, I had a lot of fun making this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If so, I would love a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe. We've got more stuff coming. And thanks so much, guys. As always, XOXO.